Yeah, so I am going to be repeating one more example on the sharks, as we did say prior to this session. So if I look down here, I can see a clear low area. If I look up here, I can see a clear peak area. I can see another clear peak area. So I'm going to be pulling my fib from this area. Before that, I'm gonna have to label this area as X. I'll label this area as A. Now let's see. If I pull my fib from the A area all the way back to X area, look at the zone that we're in. And this confirms that indeed I do have a C leg right here for a shark pattern. And because that has been confirmed, now I can take this fib off and pick another fib from the X area to the C area. And my D entry will be where? 88.6, which is there, to 1.13 level. And look at that. Now you can pick your ABCD2 from the X to A, B to C, and C to D. 88.6. And look at how we are within the zone nicely. Price reversed off. And since then, the Euro NZD has been bullish. I did say this yesterday on the call. I told people. So if you knew it, yesterday I was telling people about the imbalance that was here, and I said price is going to come back and fill it. Indeed, price came back, filled it today. So anybody that took the trade, well done. And since then, we managed to move over 119 pips from there. And that was all about being able to identify the correct measures, the correct areas. Of a harmonic pattern. So somebody's asking a question: when do you consider drawing the pattern? When it's completed, low, and confirmed H? Well, I can't understand your question properly. So what's your 0.94 on the fib? So 0.94, my fib is just something personal to me. I use it for something personal. For now, I wouldn't want to explain it. But if you want, you can go and back test it and you'll see what it does. You can go and backtest 0.94 fib and you'll see for yourself what it really does. You might surprise yourself. Are we good on sharks, guys? Can I have a 3 in the chat box if we're good with sharks? You have 23 people, man. The threes are not coming in. What's wrong? Please feel free. If you have any problem, let me know. It's better I go over one pattern and make sure that at least you can draw that and trade it very well rather than rushing through the rest of the pairs. All right. I'm going to consider sharks done now. Now we know how to trade sharks. The next thing we'll be dealing with is Is this pattern in an ABC correction? Well, it doesn't really have to be inside the ABC correction. All I was trying to show you with the ABC correction is that when this patterns fit into those waves, they are always the best moves. But it won't always be inside it. In this case, this pattern happened in the first wave of Elliott. So after we formed, this is the first swing high. So in this case, this is what you're gonna have. And then you have A, B, C. Oh no, what did I pick? I picked the wrong one. But then if you look around this area, there is a harmonic pattern inside this area. Who can see that? There's a harmonic pattern inside that area. And that harmonic pattern is the next one that we will be treating, butterfly. At least this gives me a reason to come back to Euro and ZD when we're treating butterflies. Okay, I'm going to be leaving here now and we'll come back later to this pattern. So you see how harmonic patterns actually gave you the same trade on the same pattern. So you could have been trading this all the way up. After that, another pattern, and you could have been trading this all the way up again. Even if you're able to identify the C leg zone, you could be placing a trade here and riding all the way down again. And this is why harmonic patterns are so powerful, especially when you understand where they are being formed in the market. So that takes me to the next pattern that I want to be talking about, which is the butterfly. Same way as we look to the sharks, on the butterfly, you can see that from X to A, if you pull your fib from the X leg to the A leg, there is a line here to B. And that line is 0.786, 78.6% area. And that will give you your B leg. There is another fib right here. If you pull your fib from the A to B, there is a number here. However, I personally do not like considering this area. I don't really mind what is going on with the C leg. What I almost find is most of the time, if we're going to have a butterfly, if I put my fib from the A to B, this is going to be a retracement. It's going to be a 50% and above retracement. So C is always going to be a 50% retracement, 50% and above. And the next important area to consider is when you pull your fib from B to C, you can see there is a line right here that states that it should be around 1.618 or 2.618. I don't like considering 2.618 because they rarely happen, but 1.618, they happen all the time. What do you want me to repeat? After A to B. So A to B, I did say if I pull my fib from A to B, usually the C should be 50% and above retracement. I don't like using this actually. Let's go on the charts. It looks too complicated on this. I don't want to be confusing you. I want to make it a lot easier for you. Let's go on the charts. To trade the butterfly, fib from X to A will be equal to 78.6. Then fib 78.6, and that will be B. I want to make it simple for you, so I'm going to give you a formula for that. Fib from A to B will be equal to 50% and above. So I'm going to put 50% and above. And that will be equal to C. Now to obtain D, fib from B to C, and that should be equal to 1.16, sorry, 1.618. This is all you need to trade the butterfly. This is all you need to trade the butterfly, guys. So if I put my fib from X to A, I need a retracement around 78.6. And that will be my B leg. Let's remove this and treat it with respect. In this case, I'm going to assume I have this area as a clear peak. I have this area as a clear peak. That area, clear peak. That area, clear peak. All I'm doing is I'm just following price, the movement of price, how price moved. So you can see price from here, it went higher, and then it came this low, it went this higher, and then it came this low. So I'm just following the price action. If you have realized, most of the time when people ask question in the group chat, I'll be like, follow price and you can't go wrong. All I'm doing is I'm following the direction of price. So in this case, I'm going to have to label this area as our A. Sorry, X. I'm going to have to label that area as X, and this area will be my A. Now I'm going to put a fib from the X to the A. And then I need this retracement right here to fall onto 78.6. And guys, can you agree with me? Do we have 78.6? So in that sense, if we do have 78.6, then I can pull this area as my C leg, sorry, as my B leg. And now I told you the next thing you do is what? Where is my writing? Where is it going? Oh, I cleared it. Did anybody take note of that? But then I said, if I pull my fib from A to B, it should be 50% and above. It should be greater than 50%. Can we confirm that this area is about 50%? If that be the case, then I can label this area as the C leg. And the next thing that I did say is now you're going to pull your fib from B to C. And from B to C should be what? I did say 1.618, if you remember. And look at that. So now you can pick your pattern, X to A to B, B to C, and then to D. And look at that reversal. I didn't create this, guys. Harmonics are just crazy. Assuming you had your buy limit sitting down here waiting for price to just come. Immediately price hit your buy limit. Look at that move. $255. All right, let's try. I want to make sure first. Have we understood how I came by the pattern? Give me a 2 in the chat box if you have understood. If you did take notes from what I wrote, is the simplest way to identify butterflies. I think I deleted it. I thought, no, let me go back and see if I can get it back. Maybe people did not take notes. If I can take a screenshot for them. Oh yeah, there is. This is all you need to treat butterfly. I'm gonna take a screenshot and post in the chat so you can just copy the URL for yourself. And now I'm gonna go over it one more time. How about ratio of D to XA? D to XA. I'm not really bothered about D to XA. My focus is all about if I should pull the fib from X to A. If this is if this area gave me a retracement of 1.618, this should be at least around the reversal of a sharp pattern 1.13 level and below. But then that is nothing to be worried about. What you should be bothered about, is the measurement that I've given you. Is there a max for B? Yes, there is a max for B. The very moment this wick right here, if I pull my fib from X to A, And this wick comes all the way and touches the 88.6. At that point, I don't have a butterfly anymore. And that takes us to our next pattern that we're going to be treating. That becomes a crab. So your B leg should be between 78.6 and 88.5. 78.6, 88.5. Immediately you hit 88.6, you have a different pattern. Is there a map to see? All right, your C leg should not go above 100%. It's as simple as that. Your C leg should be either 100% or below 100%. So if I should pull my fib from the A to the B, this leg right here should not go above 100%. It should be exactly, if it is exactly 100%, good, but it has to be less than 100% and below. Immediately it goes above that, you can't treat that as a butterfly anymore. Can you do one more example? All right, let's see where we can identify another butterfly. This won't be a butterfly, it will be a deep shark. Sorry, a deep crab, sorry. Butterflies do not happen commonly in the market, so don't be surprised if you're not seeing so many of them. Let's see on a different pair if we can find more. Yes, I think I have a butterfly here. No, I'm gonna use the CHF. When they do happen, would you say, of course, a butterfly is one of the highest probable setups that you can take. You can even Google it, it's there. So you know what to do when you see those patterns. They work like magic. So I can see this area as a clear area, right? So let's assume this area fit from there. X, A, B, C, D. So right, let's put some letters to it. X, A, B, we'll flip them out later. C, D. Now let's do the fibs, like I said. From X to A, we want B to be what? From X to A, what do we want B to be? 78.6 and 88 point what? 5. So 78.6, 88.5. We don't want to touch the 88.6. And we can agree that this is lining up perfectly. And what did we say? If we pull our fib from A to B, what is the range that we want? 50% and above. 50% and above. Can we agree we have that? In that case, our C is confirmed. Now, our D is where? From B to C, we want to line up at the 1.618 level. We are not there yet, so this pattern is not complete. All you do is you put your line here. And now you can take your pattern X to A to B, B to C, C to D. So this is not ready. We are waiting for the completion of this pattern in order to take it higher. If we see price reverse from here already, we know that this area, there is an institutional candlestick sitting here. For those that do not know what an institutional candlestick, we know that this area is an area of imbalance. We know that price is most likely going to come around this area and drop back into our D area. However, if I pull my fib from the C leg to the D leg, look at the price area where that institutional candlestick is lining up. Even if I should take it from the place where the reversal is happening, look at the zone, 55, 50% and above, retracement. So we can clearly take this one and move you all the way back down to the D area and buy it back up again. And this is just based on pure market structure, understanding the structure of the market and trading the patterns accordingly. Are we good on butterflies, guys? Fab. Give me a 3 in the chat box if we're good on butterflies. All right, before that, somebody asked the question, would you consider this pattern invalid if it passed the D point? No, it's not invalid. Usually you see price come around here and break this area. If it breaks that area and you're already in the trade, all I want you to do is be patient, wait for something like this. Yes, you'll be in a drawdown for a while, but you need to see that W pattern form. If that W pattern form, no matter the drawdown you are in, price will reverse back into profit and you get your money back. If that W pattern forms, trust me on that. After the D, just wait and see this W pattern. If it's not strongly pushing down, just be comfortable. Wait for that W pattern to form. Stay in that drawdown. If it reverses, trust me, the target you're hitting is your TP2 straight. And I'm going to show you an example of it. I think I had an example somewhere. Oh, I had an example somewhere, I don't remember. Not this one. Not this one. Okay, yeah. Look at this one. Nah, this was a deep cry. But yeah, sorry guys. If I find it, I'll post it in the group for everybody to see. I can't see that now. I'd rather want to, I think it was AEDNZD. Yes, I remember. AEDNZD. Where is it? Where are you? There. Look at this one. This right here is a butterfly, right? The entry will be somewhere around this area. Yes, this was the entry. Look how price came down. And now there's a W forming. If I should pull my fib from the X to A, look at where the W is finishing. 1.618. And this area is a confirmation that price is about to reverse. Watch out for this trade next week. It is already setting up. Setting up. You can't be in the trade, it will go past it. But trust me, all you need to do is wait for the W to form and see what happens with this pattern. At least we must have a 61.8 retracement from this leg. So assuming we come all the way up here, that is TP1 already hit. TP2 in your midst. And this is all based on the structures that we have learned all the way from yesterday, from Wednesday up until now. So guys, all I'm doing is the things that I've showed you. If you look all over my charts, all the things I've showed you, that is how I trade. And look at the way price is just respecting the areas. I sold all the way from here to there. I'm in this buy currently, right? And I'm not just in this buy because I know that this area is a cipher pattern. Why do I know it's a cipher pattern? If I pull my fib from this area to the A area, look at that cipher zone, and that is where price reversed from. So now I know, and I'm waiting that I'm taking my TP at the D entry of a cipher, and the D entry is there. So I already have that line there, 15.4 area. That is where I'm expecting USD ZAR to finish. And if we do get that, all I'm going to do, I'm going to move this C leg of the back pattern. I'm going to move that to here, and I'm going to move this one to there, and I still have a back pattern. So if I take this trade, my TP is going to be there. All I'm doing is riding from pattern to pattern, pattern to pattern. And it's purely the understanding I have based on market structure, every single thing that I have thought for the last 3 days. I'm going to have to close this call once again. As I promised, I'm going to be teaching 3 patterns today. So please, let's dive straight. I'm going to ask everybody to go off. I know there are some questions here. Please keep the questions. I'll leave some time after the last part, and then we'll do an open mic where people ask questions, and then I'll just answer.